Well, that was something. Originally, I was recording earlier, and I did a voice version of it. And actually, originally this was going to be putting under Animal Crossing a New Leaf. Welcome, a new edition for those wondering. Footage, but but unfortunately, there's a reason why. Actually, but the audio is kind of rushed. Yeah, I find the audio a bit of a rush. So for that, I'm just gonna do something about it. So so sorry for that kind of rushed audio. I was a bit at the time trying to work on something, but then realized I got a little. Yeah, actually, no. In short, I did this because I did it in a rush because I had tuition. But why not talk about it anyways? Let's talk about some things that I feel. Let's talk about the Nintendo Direct of 13th of September 2018. Let's talk about it. First of all, we start off with Luigi's Mansion 3. It's a working title, by the way, but And when I saw the trailer, I didn't really expect much. I thought it was the original Luigi Mansion game. They were the original Luigi's Mansion, but turns out it's actually the third game, or working title at the time of recording. And yeah, we saw that. And hey, remember that Poltergust he actually uses in Belmont and Richard Belmont? Once announcer from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Yeah, that's the same Poltergust he was using. That upgraded one. Though he would this. So yeah, this Poltergust technically. This is the very first time we see the new upgraded Poltergust. Okay, actually, first time we saw it was in this. But yeah, actually, it was from the trailer one, but still. I also don't know what later model is this, by the way. By the way, the original one was the Poltergust 3000, the first model. Later on, the future model. Then they got a future. Then yeah, they get a Poltergust 3000. Yeah, the one, which is a slight upgrade, by the way. A Poltergeiser, that one the gear was from the Mario Advance game, but no, the Poltergust 4000, which is also a drivable one. 5000, which is actually one from Dark Moon, and his original Final Smash. And actually, it was the one from the Final Smash. Yeah, it was a fine. Yeah, that one is his Final Smash one. And I'm presuming, and there's a Super one, which is actually the final upgraded version. But I'm not gonna say the Poltergust is this. I'm also presuming that the Poltergust they were using, I probably presume it's a newer model. I think it's 6000. I don't think that's the same model because, mainly because if you look at the trailer, I'm gonna compare this to the trailer, by the way. It looks at a much bigger bag, able to. Mostly, the container is much bigger than the original, and I do think that may be a different model. I'm not saying it's the same model, I'm just saying it may be a different model. Anyway, I don't think this is the same Poltergeiser that I think this may be the same, but I don't think it's kind of confirmed. I don't know, they didn't confirm it yet, if this one is actually the same one. And so I'm just gonna call it Poltergeiser 5050 or something like that. Also, yeah, there are nice little Easter eggs, but let's talk about. Anyways, after that, we decided why not to talk about. After that, let's go talk about the 3DS lineup. First of all, Kirby Extra Epic Yarn. Basically, Kirby's Epic Yarn is getting in a port. Yeah. Which includes 2 new power-ups, one that can make a larger yarn ball, and the other that can give Kirby airtime. Once more, yeah. There's the new Devilish mode, which basically you're supposed to run away from whatever this demon-like creature is, and if you do get hit, you will lose a life or something like that. Also, the life system kind of reminds me of how. This is the one for Super Mario 64, because if you look at it, kind of because it has health bar. Yeah, I get that point if you actually. Anyways, and also mini games featuring. So far, they only showed the King Dedede and Meta Knight ones. I'm presuming they're Endless Runner ones. Anyways, next is Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story and Bowser Jr.'s Journey. It talks a little more about Bowser Jr.'s Journey being basically Bowser's minions, but mostly focusing on Bowser Jr. And it's coming out January 11, 2019. The original Luigi's Mansion. Let me explain. So, this is something that we got a little information, more information, is that it now completely has co-op. Also, it's kind of weird the co-op for the second player. They are playing a much greener version of Luigi, just go like, hey guys, should we use the model from, guys, should we actually use the model from Dark Moon? Like, we did have to, why can't they just use one of the models from Dark Moon instead of just Control C, Control V, just fill it with green and we're done here. Yeah, it's a minor nitpick from me, but I just personally just think they should have just gone with the better. Just go with use the one of the multiplayer models from that, but close enough. Multiplayer only work. Yes, you can still play multiplayer. Here, if you have one, if also the equal players have covered the game, but if they don't, but still, boss rushes are still available if yours can be still played with that. Oh, the mostly true download play, but still. And amiibo support. Boos, you will give the Boo amiibo will give you actually the location of whatever Boo is currently there. Toad is gonna heal you up. Toad amiibo heals you up, and the Luigi one just basically resurrects you, I presume. Anyways, Splatoon 2 getting version 4 update. Basically it's like a Splatoon anime. It's like an opening to an anime. I'm presuming Nintendo. Seriously, I feel like Nintendo wants to make a Splatoon anime. Yeah, it brings us a new stage, weapons, and specials are coming soon. Though it's never confirmed when the update is out. And then we get to Nintendo. Then we get to Mega Man 11, and still there, the demo is available. So when's the PC port of the demo? Oh, by the way, I'm still waiting for it. Still waiting for the PC demo to get out. You. Sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. Yeah, I'm just looking if there's any PC versions of the demo because I'm still waiting for it. I'm sorry, my mind is just... sorry, a little fuzzy in my mind. Anyways, let's go continue. Anyways, the amiibo, so if anyone has the Mega Man amiibo, oh, pretty much this. You get once per day E-tanks. Once per day. Hey, but still. Sorry, I thought I turned these. Get these. Sorry. I really need this. So yeah, pretty much gives you E-tanks or any other good items. And coming out October 2nd. And before I continue, I would like to say, what does that Mega Man? It looks pretty good. It kind of ditches the pixelated artwork. It tries to go with a Mighty Number 9, but at least much better than that. But I kind of find it weird. It's just that I was expecting it to be fully pixel. I think maybe Capcom needs to take a. Probably think Capcom has decided wanted to just take a break from that art style and go with more modern design. Also, the voice acting is actually pretty good, by the way, so far. pretty good. And by the way, I didn't except for Dr. Wyatt's voice, I think I personally find him too much of a, doesn't sound like the evil scientist I would expect him to sound like, but close. Yeah, nothing. So then Mario Tennis Aces got new updates. You get Birdo, Shy Guy, another, for some reason, another version of a Koopa, and PD Piranha. Okay, yeah, I know Koopa Paratrooper is something, but I just personally feel like they should have gone with a better character. We're okay, Ross. Still a good character. PD Piranha, for some reason, doesn't need a tennis racket. He can just do it with his own. So, at least he got allowed again. How did he got in without needing a... I'm presuming they got... I'm presuming she's... probably showed the audiences or something. But anywho... Excuse me. So let's continue. Oh yeah, right. Before we continue, I forgot to mention. Yeah, more characters will be added until until next June of 2019, by the way. And a co-op mode, which will unlock hats and alternate costume for characters, which usually are limited time only things. And color transfers are pretty cool, but look pretty good so far. They show most of the blue ones. And also we get pretty much a version 2 is coming out September 19th. Anyways, then we see Capcom a beat 'em up a bundle which includes Final Fight, King of Dragons, Captain Commander, Knight of the Round, Warriors of Fate, and many other beat 'em up games. It's allowed 4-player as well as online play, and which is coming out September 18th, which I'll talk about it later. So let's start talking about another version of this game. I was like, yeah, when I first heard about it, I was kind of fine. Okay, yeah, I heard about the rumors. Yes, I look at the rumors about it. I kind of find it a bit weird. I find it kind of weird they're going to basically port the New Super Mario Bros. U to the Switch. I find it kind of weird at first, and yeah, I would feel like most likely Nintendo would just make another New Super Mario Bros. Switch or something, but no, they actually remade the game. For some reason. Also, it's kind of weird. Also, the box art side is kind of looking. So yeah, with the absence of Blue Toad. Oh no! I think. Okay. So yeah, pretty much it's the same game again, but now we have Nabbit is still there, and we see Toadette being playable, replacing Blue Toad, which replaces Bucky Barnes. Yeah, that's a character. Actually, that's what the Blue Toad's name, I presume, was the. Never mind. I think Andrew told me about that one time, but still. Also, it's kind of weird, by the way, about Peachette. She looks like Toad. She looks like Princess Peach for some reason, and also raises so many theories about how that she's secretly. Actually, it does raise a bit of questions. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, for those wondering about the Toadette thing. So, yeah, Toadette became player. Now, when she ever touches a new crown power-up, she becomes Peachette. Which raises a bit of a question if actually is that maybe Peach is actually a Toad. Okay, years aside, do you find it kind of weird? I find it kind of weird about the Peachette thing. It just does feel weird for the kind of make the Toadette theory some. So yeah, just find it kind of weird when you think about it. Also, she does look like exact. No, by the way, for those wondering what Peachette does, basically a double jump similar to Princess Daisy and Super Mario Runner, as well as float and have the float jump, basically Peach's ability. And she gets boost from any pitfalls. So basically, that. So yeah, Toadette is basically. So yeah, it does raise a bit of a theory when you think about it. Anyways, theories aside, I find it kind of weird with the Peachette thing theory sometimes. Anywho, I know this is a Mario, and I know it's Mario, and lore isn't serious, but still, it's kind of weird when you think about it. Imagine. Kind of weird when you think about it. Anyways, overall, Peachette is kind of great. And yeah, and my thoughts on seeing the. Oh, by the way, also that also new Super Luigi U is also new Luigi U is also bundled in this deluxe edition, and also the logo just also has the two Joy-Cons and whatnot. And still, it just feels weird. I was expecting that this will be I was expecting Nintendo to make another new Super Mario Bros. Switch or something, as it kind of fits. But I'll let them try. Oh well, okay, at least they'll make more money out of this, and this wasn't a Wii U's one of the Wii U's launch titles. So, oh well. Though, this looks pretty good, though it also does raise a bit of the Toadette theory. I can't wait for it's kind of weird. Also, I do feel like I imagined Peachette being in Mario Party. Actually, no. Still, looks pretty good. It's weird, but still good. Though I do find it kind of weird with Peachette sometimes. She being the same entity. Because I'm kind of... Also, one last thing, I also want to say something. Oh, one last thing, I also want to make this joke. I feel like I just saw a comment for this one. I'm gonna imagine a lot of... And yeah, Road 34 is gonna have a field day with Peachette. Okay, sorry. Next is Dashi Ijima. Being a remake. And yeah, look at the game, it just doesn't appeal to me. And really, yeah, you pretty much that, a remake, and really nothing too special about it. So, nothing really much I can say. I'm sorry. Never a fan. Actually, I looked at the game. I remember looking at this game and it kind of feels weird. Yeah, it just looks a bit weird. It's about King of all Cosmos, just send his friends to go roll everything up and bring it back, and you get the point. It's kind of weird. And multiplayer is supposed to be on and yeah, it's coming out winter 2018. And Nintendo's online service, yeah, everyone's gonna hate. And I remember looking at this and thought, it looks alright. So yeah, the online system, pretty much the obvious way to play. Yeah, nothing new they say about it, and still people are still mad over this. Yes, as much as we still love Nintendo, we still have to deal with it. And the pricing is alright. At least I will give $20 a chance. At least it's cheap. I will give credit. I'll give the Nintendo online service credit. At least it's cheap. So we now know how the service is gonna work. Pretty much how it's online play, the apps thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about it. I'm gonna talk maybe the most highlighted thing. Aside from the online play, the activities, the special offers, and also the save data. It's kind of weird when they show the save data. It shows Luigi having an awkward prettiest face you can ever see and whatnot. And now let's talk about the NES games. Yeah, I remember looking at the NES games and I didn't look too into it, and I thought it's going to be just going to be non-third-party games until there was some third-party games like Ghosts and Goblins, for example. And I can really see why people kind of hate this. I don't know really why. I can see why, because of... Yeah, people are not happy with this. I can see why. I hope the Nintendo Switch have a good... I hope it doesn't end up becoming a disaster or something. Hope Nintendo probably makes up for this stuff. Aside from the NES games, anyways, the only thing they know now is that they're also only for online schools. Is that they're also making as wireless NES controllers. I'll give credit. At least they're accurate with their products. At least I'll give credit with the designs. Oh, and also I know I'm going a bit off topic with the Japanese. Also, there are also Famicom variants for Japan, by the way. And yeah, and now we're going to talk about. Oh, well, let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee. Remember, hey, gems have been officially removed and replaced by secret techniques, which only can be learned by your either Pikachu or and Eevee. Only can be learned by Pikachu and Eevee. For some reason, able to cut down trees or surf across water, even though they're like on the even though they can just use a normal skateboard or something. Yeah, I always find these. Sorry, sometimes Pokemon is sometimes weird sometimes. Oh well. Then we get to, and when you pet your Pikachu or Eevee, you would have their hair styles change when they're on handheld mode. And also getting a special bundle version, which I thought looks pretty cool. And then Game Freak decided to talk about a new RPG, a working title of town, since the entire story takes place in a village, which you take from monsters with tactical combat and aid of the villagers. That's pretty good. Yeah, actually, so far, it looks pretty good, and to be honest, 6.1 not bad. City Skylines is coming to Switch already. It's already out on the Switch, on the Nintendo eShop. Enjoy, by the way. Hey, I know you're gonna be enjoying it right away. Wait, let me continue. Then we get to Demon X Machina. I always pronounce it as machine at first, but then I said it right. I don't know if I haven't checked my last E3 video. Where, yeah, it's a mech game where it's one with upgrading with enemy weapons and parts. You can multiple melee or range weapons to battle, and even upgrade yourself. And also, you can also leave mech and surveil on foot with upgrades also. Also includes 4-player co-op included, and coming out this July of 2019. Next is that Yoshi game. Remember that Yoshi Switch game? Now it's called Yoshi's Crafted World, and to be honest, it looks pretty good, joyful, and I can give credit. It looks nice and joyful for that. And so, yeah. Looks pretty joyful and whatnot, and I do like it. And even it gets more other arts and craftings like that, and looks pretty good. So that's coming out spring of 2019. Sid Meier's Civilization 6. Yeah, when I saw the artwork, I look at this and go, here's my thoughts. That's me. Like, the trailer and art still just feels a bit too out of place, but then again, they are shows like that, but hey, never care too often. And yeah, so far it looks pretty good, and it's coming to the Switch November 16, and yeah, I know they already announced it earlier, but I really think they should have announced it much later. So yeah, Super Mario Party is a thing, and really nothing too special, but coming out October 5th. And then there are board games which coming to the Switch. First of all, they have which is kind of a really good idea of a village and everything else and whatnot. Then we see Lord of the Rings, the living card game. Looked at this and go, this looks like a Hearthstone ripoff. This looks like a lot like a Hearthstone ripoff, to be honest. And really, I do play a bit. I have played a couple of card games, and I can see if either original, like Winch, for example, at least going with more of depending on how powerful and managing your cards. Hearthstone is basically minions versus the actual opponent itself or something. And Pandemic, about some parasite virus thing, and yeah, well, it's helping them bring board games onto the Switch stuff. And also, Kara and Munchkin are also coming in the Switch out too. Yeah, so that's nice. So then 2 announcements made, and one is that the world ends with you having a new chapter and whatnot, and coming up. Coming October 12th. And also that Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Citora and the Golden Company, which basically is a prequel to the entire franchise. Which comes up 21st, but anyone who bought the expanded pass would get it early. Anyways, Starlink Battle for Atlas. Remember that game? Yeah, remember that game? Yeah, I probably think you may or may not know, but you might really... You only know that because Star Fox characters were in there, including Wolf of being there. Yeah, you showed in the trailer. And it's coming out October 16. Yeah, for those who forgot, it's a Toys to Life game. We all know the ruling still won amiibos. Anywho, after all that, we get to some games that I would feel like I'd rather go talk about. Let me thoughts on some of these. First of all, Warframe. I played this game on PC a few times. I played it, and it's a pretty amazing stuff. Like, Space Ninja thing. Yeah, you get the point if you look at always they heavily promote this game like that, and it's pretty fun. I recommend checking it out. It's high pace, high action, and really great. Also, seriously, they count these things as ninjas, despite these guys using guns, and you get Then there's Just Dance 2019. Don't care. Let's just skip. FIFA. Skip. Team Sonic Racing. Interesting, and I'm excited for this game, sort of. Looks pretty good and looks pretty fun. ABA 2K19. No, don't care. By the way, I don't really care. Then we get to NBA 2K Playground 2. I also don't care about the NBA Playground series. Just that I'm also not into basketball, but it does kind of, at least it's more kind of funny basketball, less serious one. And Lego DC Supervillains. I was excited. I saw the trailer for it, and yes, I do like your customizable characters actually part of the story instead of just being in the free play mode or in the open world. You're strict to that. And that should be it for that. Then we get a couple of Final Fantasy announcements. Okay, 4 Final Fantasy announcements. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remake Edition is coming out onto the Nintendo Switch. 2019, including online multiplayer. And coming out available 2019. Next is Final Fantasy 15 in Pocket Edition HD. Remember, yeah, for those who do not know, Final Fantasy 15 was kind of that game that everyone kind of loves. Yeah, actually, people actually like the game, but it was originally something else. But it was originally going to be a spin-off for Final Fantasy 13. But times changed, and I guessed. So yeah, this is kind of an abridged and downgraded graphic version of it, but at least you get to know basically the story about it. This version of the game, which is Available today. Huh. Yeah, it's available right now. Oh well, at least you got your fine. At least Nintendo. Just. Yeah, well, at least Nintendo fans will finally get to play Final Fantasy 15, sort of. But I'm still kind of waiting for Final Fantasy 15 to actually come to the Switch. I'm presuming due to Nintendo, probably due to Square Enix. I saw how powerful and even powerful the Switch can be if you have saw the Super Smash Bros. Trailer and saw like gameplay and whatnot and all the graphic upgrades and whatnot and all the shininess. I feel like the Switch is not still more powerful to at least go to run this. Next is the World of Final Fantasy Magma Edition. I can say nothing too much special about it. Let me explain why. Yeah, the only thing so far is that the avatar changing stuff. Yes, there is the new avatar change, where your avatar can finally change into different characters. Excuse me. So yeah, which has an avatar changing. Also, and yeah, it's coming to the Switch. Also, not only that, it's also coming on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and as well as PC. So finally, those Nintendo, okay, Nintendo and Xbox can finally play the World of Final Fantasy. Also, yeah, and I forgot the Master Edition also included the avatar changing, avatar thing. I really need to. 1 sec. The avatar changed to pretty much any iconic Final Fantasy character, and they finally added Nautilus, and Nautilus was in it because why not? Yeah, not in the original, but in here also. And it's coming out November 6th, 2018. Yeah, Nautilus covered by the way. So yeah, then we get the Chocobo Mystery Dungeon Everybody edition. And I've never found in the Mystery Dungeon series, but I might try one day, and maybe I'll try maybe Pokemon first or whatnot. And it's coming this winter. Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age, which is coming, and also we're having a speed up feature. And so far being basically Final Fantasy 12 with a speed up. Yeah, it's a more remake edition. And it's coming out 2019. And then we have Final Fantasy 7 and 9 and 10 and 10 2. Ooh, coming to the Switch, and 8 isn't available. Yep, 8 isn't available, guys. For those wondering, I probably presume they saw, because probably people hate 8 or something. 8 Final Fantasy 8 or something. Really, I looked at nice little remake and whatnot. Yeah, that's a lot of Final Fantasy announcements. Then we get to the bundle. Yeah, basically, first we see the original 8 on the chart, and as well as a free as well as a download. Yeah, this bundle contains a basically designed version of the charger station. Is basically a code to pretty much the game itself. Yeah, they can bring the box one. And the Switch logo, and also the Joy-Con just have the Smash logo on it. Just slap the Smash logo on it, and that's it. Coming out November 2nd, the same day as also the new GameCube controller, as well as the adapter coming out for this one. And that's all the headlines. But there are 2 more announcements I want to say. So let's talk about them. We see Isabelle just trying to do some work while the mayor villager, for those wondering, just beats people and smashing people. Well, yeah. So yeah, she was thinking she should take a break and whatnot, and realized, although she kind of, because she couldn't take a break due to, pretty much be a camp or smash and instead. And despite she being mayor and keep the cat, and then still Pete and the male got the seagull man. And he receives a letter. Yeah, Isabel receives a letter, and she's confirmed to be a new Smash. And she's confirmed to be in Smash. A new confirmed character to be in Smash. Yeah, I find it surprised. I was surprised, and I didn't know much it was that until the letter and whatnot. Wow. I just find it kind of weird as announced. She's alright of a new character, and why not? She's cute and whatnot. She essentially plays more like a semi-clone or semi-Echo Fighter, if you feel like saying much better one. And though I saw her trailers and whatnot, here's my thoughts of seeing her being in the new game. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't too surprised. And also make me want to play some Animal Crossing New Leaf. I already had done some progress so far. Alright, and I'm really gonna get the new houses and whatnot. So yeah. Then we ended direct with, I was expecting the poster to get updated, but actually we see Tom Nook going, just watching the entire direct, or watching the entire Isabel trailer. It's kind of like, seriously? So yeah, Tom Nook just was sad. Also, if you look at his desk, you can see is, yeah, for those who do not, yeah, he kind of, he's working as more out-of-state work with his Nintendo Switch for some reason still exists. Oh wait, right, Nintendo products do exist in Nintendo stuff do exist in Animal Crossing. If some reason it's over there, I probably does he know where to charge this thing or something? Yeah, he does. Oh, well, I probably this is what he does when he's not at work. So after watching that and being his friends, being his set and trying new things, yeah, but he has work to do with housing and whatnot. And also, please don't say he's evil. He confirmed that. And a new Animal Crossing game is coming out in 2019. That is all. Overall, this is actually pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, I know. I looked at the nothing much to the online service so far, but it looks pretty. But sort of still is there, and I was also kind of excited for some of the announcements I do like. The highlights for me was kind of, was Luigi's Mansion 3. Okay, not really, but still. Mario Luigi's Bowser's Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Adventure, Kirby Extra Epic Yarn, maybe also Luigi's Mansion, Mega Man 11 because it's just coming on PC anyway, so I'm just gonna. Mario doesn't. I thought it was a new Super Mario Bros. Okay, I'm not really that excited, but still, it's kind of weird when you just re-released the game into a different console. Okay, the online service is already. I'll give credit. At least it gives me sort of entertained, by the way, for some of the stuff. And I hope they probably fix some things in the near to make the online. I hope Nintendo maybe in the near future, along when this is released, may changes and maybe listen to the community for it. Pokemon, let's go Pikachu and Eevee, it's really great at least they're removing the HM stuff. Town looks pretty promising, City Skylines, looks pretty good. Demon X Machina looks pretty amazing and epic, I think that's because of the E3 trailer. Yoshi's Gravity World looks cute enough to go play, me want to buy it, want to play. City is Civilization 6, look, yeah, like, pretty also good. Sky Link in Battle of Atlas, it kind of looks also pretty good with the Star Fox characters because why not? And the Final Fantasy announcements. When is Crystal Chronicles? I think I mispronounced it. Crisis. I always keep I think I pronounced it earlier really wrong. But Chronicles Remastered Edition, and still waiting for a PC port of that. Final Fantasy A15 Pocket Edition HD. I hope that also comes to Steam sooner or later. With the Final Fantasy Maxima, it's also coming to PC. Thank God. Also, I'm kind of worried that was a Switch exclusive. Final Fantasy C12, the Zodiac Age is also there, and also Final Fantasy 7 and 9, and 10 and 10 2. who are coming to also the PC as well as also Xbox, I presume. I'm also thinking also, and which yes, it's coming. And then they need a little bit of the text on there. I think there's. Anyways, and while I look at the new bundle, that's alright. So I'm excited to get the GameCube after the controller and adapter are still there. And it's all on Smash. It's an alright, okay, alright reveal. And also the new Animal Crossing game is still exciting. Overall, it's still pretty good. Right. Now, excuse me, I'm off to go find a way. Excuse me, now we're going to now. Now, excuse me, we need to know theories about it. Peach was actually a toad. Excuse me, I'm off to go look for theories about Peach, actually a toad. Okay, bye.